Hey, how are you? My name is Judd. I'm going to be starting up a political discussion series about certain things that I've seen in politics right now that aren't necessarily always discussed with the greatest accuracy, the most fairness for political reasons. And I just want to get this series out to be able to just share a few of the things that I found in my own research. Just an average guy, 3 kids, I have a bachelor's in history from Southern Connecticut University, and I've had the ability over time to be able to research a lot of the things that are in public discourse, and I just want to bring some of the facts that I have to that discussion. I have no agenda. I'm not an independently wealthy guy. I'm not a politician. I just want to be able to share some of the things that I found in my own research. And they're things that I think would help out right now in our current economic situation. The first thing that I want to start with this series is a discussion about solar energy and the ability for Americans across the country to make a direct impact on our economy right now without waiting for Congress, without waiting for Democrats and Republicans to sit through months and months of debate and endless bickering and political games about how to get our economy started. There are things that American people can do right now as we speak to have a direct impact on the economy, and I believe that one of those things is solar energy. I've never been involved in solar technology. I'm not a scientist. I don't have a background in it. But what I find is there's very little information out there about solar energy, about the benefits that the government's making available to you, the American public, as a way to get this solar energy ball rolling. Unfortunately, while the rebates exist, while the financial assistance exists to be able to do this, in just my brief fact checking about how many Americans actually know about this information, the numbers are sparse. It's few and far between that Americans realize that you can get an immediate 30% income tax rebate for installing solar on your home, which is a huge financial benefit. In addition to that 30%, there are countless state rebates. There are even energy company rebates, believe it or not, that are basically providing to you free money in order to install solar on your home. I know a lot of people are skeptical about solar energy. There's not a lot of information out there in the media about it. It's not discussed. There are no commercials about it. But coming from a resident of Arizona and seeing rooftop units, driving by a very large solar farm every morning when I go to work, and knowing that that technology works, I just feel that it would be my duty to be able to inform the rest of the people that are at least watching this video about what I know and about what I see. There is the scientific capability right now for an American that has enough square footage on their roof or within their yard to go completely off the power grid. I know that's a wild concept to think about. Within our lifetimes, we've never known that kind of energy independence, again, because it's not discussed. But that capability exists. It's not myth, it's not science fiction. You can basically go completely independent of any power grid in the country and power your home simply through the rays of the sun. It basically works as you have X amount of solar panels per square footage on your home, and those solar panels generate electricity that gets stored to batteries that are stored on your property. Of course, those batteries get tapped into your electric box, and you have power. It's really that simple. The technology does work. It does exist. I've researched it. I don't know how much it costs for that installation to go completely off-grid, because in my own experience, I'm not in a situation where I have enough roof square footage to be able to put up enough panels to go completely off the grid. I have gotten an estimate. I've had someone come out to the home, and they come out for free. They'll discuss the options that you have to be able to go solar. And during my estimate, the gentleman that provided it was telling me basically that you don't have enough square footage to be able to go independent of the grid, but you can essentially reduce your energy costs by 50%. After working out all the numbers, it would cost me $27,000 to be able to install a rooftop unit that would essentially cut my energy cost to 50%. Now that 27K sounds like a huge number, and I know that that's prohibitive to a lot of people in different circumstances all over the country. But what is behind that 27K are all the rebates that I had just mentioned. You have a 30% immediate tax rebate that would take place tax year 2011-2012. In addition to that, all of the state rebates, there are also city rebates, and there are also power company rebates to take advantage of. In my particular case, as a resident of Arizona, after I did all the numbers, essentially my upfront cost of 27K after all of the rebates essentially becomes 10K. And that reduction with those rebates makes it much less cost prohibitive and much more lucrative in the long run when you're talking about a 50% reduction in energy cost. If you have the ability to go 100% solar, you're off the grid. If you combine that with the idea that we'll have the ability to have electric cars very soon, you're completely cutting dependency on fossil fuel out of your life by 100%. You are essentially powering your vehicle. You have no more stops at the gas station. You are essentially no longer paying for an energy bill, and you are now